What's up? My name is Adrian. Today we're going to talk about prospecting. But before that, I haven't done handstands in a while. Let's see if I could, go about 10 feet and make it back without stopping, all right? The key, has strong wrists. You know how when people lift and they put straps? No, don't use those. Might as well get surgery to have your vagina, removed. Just kidding. May have to cut that out. We'll see. But yeah, strong wrists, and that's it. Oh man, there was a little downhill. I underestimated this little hill. I kind of fell. We'll try to get it next time on a flat surface. But hey, we still kind of got a handstand. About not that far, but it's all good. Stay tuned. Check out the rest of the video. Prospecting. Why is it so important that we need a prospect? Prospecting is necessary in any industry, in anything, because prospecting at the base of it, at its core foundation, is literally going up to somebody and bringing them into whatever building you're in, or to buy any service, to create some kind of network, right? Some kind of relationship. So in reality, it's just knowing people, being comfortable with people, being courageous, confident to go up to somebody completely new, right, that you don't know nothing about, and now you're trying to sell either a product. Maybe you're trying to, like Jesus, right? He brought followers. Their apostles got people. They brought it's some kind of I want to say persuasion, right? Although the persuasion sounds misleading, because persuasion sounds like I'm trying to kind of trick you, but it's more of just like, okay, if I know water is good for you and I see that you're drinking soda, I will persuade you by facts, right? With conviction, with faith, that not only am I saying water's good for you, look at the stats, right? Look at some experiences that these people have experienced from drinking soda to drinking water. So that's the right way to prospect, right? A lot of misleading prospects, or people who prospect, just want to get the sale, and that's kind of the industry, the time period that we're in, right? Is they just want to get sales. Well, I'm pretty sure this has been in the game for a while, but that's why sales, for the most part, I kind of don't like. Managers, leaders, top sales, right? A lot of them, I wouldn't say a lot of them, but you kind of have to have like a cold mentality, and I don't really like that. They just want numbers, sales. Like, no, don't close them next week, close them today. That kind of mentality, right? But yeah, prospecting is something that's gonna help you in the long run, right? So the way I got introduced to prospecting was working in sales at Sprint. When it was slow in the store, that's when we would just walk across, right? Go to the swap meets, go to Target, and ask people. And it wasn't just normal English speaking, it was Spanish speaking, right? All types. And so it's like there's so many layers to this. Not only do I have to leave the place of comfort that I'm used to and the customers just come to me, right? Now it's slow. I still need to make money, right? So we leave the store, and so that alone takes some courage, right? You leave what you're used to. A prophet is not honored in his hometown. A lot of these, a lot of things they're all transferable, but so yeah, it's also courage to go up to somebody brand new, right? How do you start the first sentence? Do you begin with a question? right? Whatever it is. And that's where the trial and error comes in. You're not going to know the answer right off the bat, and you're not going to get the first yes. And maybe you, beginner's luck, you'll probably get it the first luck, right? The first try. But to do that on a consistent basis when it's slow, you know, more often than not, you're going to have not much good luck, right? Depending on who you are. Also, like if you're charismatic and you're confident and you not only believe, right, you know that the product that you're providing is good, you know that the type of person you are is someone to be trusted, right? And to give that kind of to give that first impression, right, that you're somebody confident, that you're somebody happy, because you want to seem happy. Who wants to go up to somebody, or who wants to receive anything, especially words, a glance, right, from somebody who's serious and mad, right? So that was another muscle I had to practice, was smiling in front of somebody, right? Now it's like normal. It's like a bare minimum. You have to smile in front of somebody, especially if you're going to talk to them, right? And a lot of us are just used to being in front of a camera, right? A lot of us haven't really been on the field, and those warm impressions really like make an impact, right? For somebody who wants to speak to you, for somebody who is willing to give you money for a product, right, that you're selling them. But yeah, the whole point of this video is to get out your comfort zone, talk to people, right? And go a step above and beyond, like try to get something out of them. It sounds, but try to, for example, I would want them to come to the Sprint store, right? And not only that, I had to make a sale. What's the whole point of bringing them in, right? And there was many times where I was able to bring them in, but I wasn't able to close the sale. And there was many times where I brought them in and I closed the sale. There was also many times that they just didn't come in, or we just exchanged phone numbers. You got to get something, right? And if you can't, at the very least, get a phone number, get some kind of book of business, like, you're never gonna win in life. You're never gonna, if you plan on owning your own business, you plan on providing some kind of service, and any like service job or any business that requires you providing a service is pretty good, because obviously if somebody needs that kind of service, it's like car washing, you know, lashes, nails, haircuts, stuff like that. Yeah, it sounds like how Kendrick Lamar said, car wash is played out. No, it's not. Everybody's gonna need a car wash. Everybody's gonna need something. And this is not to say that this is gonna be your end all be all, right? But it gets you in that mode of presenting yourself in front of somebody, being more outgoing, being more persuasive with your words, right? And again, it sounds deceiving, but everything is persuading, right? I'm persuading you to understand me and hear me out, that prospecting is necessary, right? In every aspect of life, whether that be business, whether that be in friendships, relationships. You have to persuade people. You have to, you know, movies, that's all what it's about. Social media, people are persuading you to watch them, why they're so valuable, right? So yeah, you have to know who you are, right? If you don't know who you are, preferably you should know yourself through Christ, right? Which was, that set me above. Obviously we can all know ourselves, right? We all become a bit more confident, but the moment I set we need clear guidelines, principles, values, right? And obviously there's many books, right? You got these religions, but the Bible is mine and ours, right? But it's my structure. Now everything I read, it gives me some kind of pathway, right? It gives me a pathway to not stray off this way, because I know so many people, where I've seen so many people, and it looks like they know a lot because they're speaking about Socrates, they're speaking about Aristotle, they're speaking about you know, Green, Peterson. They have so many different, right? So many different perspectives, but they don't really have no solid foundation. Get a foundation. Might as well get it from the all-powerful creator who sent his only begotten son to die on the cross for our sins, right? And again, to say this stuff, it sounds like, especially if you don't follow God like that, if you don't follow Jesus like that. I first was introduced to God by reading, right? I saw that it was necessary because it's important to have values, principles, again, from a theological, from a value perspective, to not be drinking so often, to step away from these friend groups, right? That's the on paper, it's the right thing to do. It makes sense to follow a God. But when you also believe that God is all powerful, there's power, right? There's supernatural workings, both of evil and of good. But yeah, prospecting, be confident in yourself, know yourself through Christ, and just go out there. If you're not used to talking to people, when you buy your coffee, rather than just say your order, genuinely say something that you like about the person. And again, I read too, so I've read Robert Greene's stuff. Talks about, a lot of history, and I know there's negative connotations of that, his book, right? And other books, I like The Laws of Human Nature specifically. But yeah, don't also just hear what people say and how do you say, copy and paste. You read, you come up with your own conclusions, but get out there and prospect. It's gonna make you money, it's gonna make you happy, and you're gonna have relationships, long lasting relationships. It's good to have a book of business. And yeah, God bless you. Thank you for wasting your time watching this video. If you could like, subscribe, and turn the bell notification so you can see more pointless videos.